Yo, 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 what is good, YouTube familia? How are we doing? How are we doing? To whoever is new to my channel, welcome in. I love to share my experiences with you guys and drop all of the wisdom nuggets on y'all so that y'all can take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. And I also do intuitive readings on this channel as well for each zodiac sign, whether it may be a rising, a moon, or a sun sign, or just the base sign. So if you're ever interested in that, you can go ahead and tap in on them videos. All my videos are timeless. So if you've seen the reading a week from now, 2 years from now, 4 years from now, if it resonates with you, take it. And if it doesn't, then just leave it for the next person, because it's probably for the next person. So today I wanted to talk about my experiences within these past 3 months and what I've learned. Number one, if a job does not work out for you, you have a bigger purpose than just doing somebody else's work for them. You have a much bigger purpose. And I've always known this, but I really put it into perspective recently. Like, yep, it sounds about right, because I've had 5 different jobs in the past 2 years. And in between those 5 different jobs, I've started my own business twice. And I have had a bunch of side cleaning jobs and, babysitting jobs, those little side jobs. But ultimately, as far as 9 to 5s, they are just not it for me. And I have found out that I enjoy physical work much more than sitting in one place all day. And I find it so very important to make sure that you're not in a toxic environment, because those toxic environments are not it. They are absolutely not it. I have done so much work for myself and put so much work and integrated new things and done a lot of reprogramming when it comes to my subconscious mind into my conscious mind. And when I get around people who haven't even thought about that type of work on themselves, it's really hard not to get frustrated, because I'm supposed to work with these people, right? And I'm supposed to exchange energy with them 8 hours a day, 11 hours a day, every day. And it's kind of wild, because it's who you are around, you become. And when you are around people who are repeating the same cycles all the time, you start doing the same thing. Unless you really got it on lock. But it's really hard, because it's you're exchanging that energy. Yeah, and I'm really learning to transmute energy more, because it's and ignore the energy as well, because it's not worth the change in my frequency. My frequency means everything to me. And a lot of the time, it doesn't bother me. But if I'm sitting in a stagnant situation, for example, my last job, I was sitting down all day, 11 hours a day. And anytime there was a space in, work where we weren't doing work and it was getting slow, they would start complaining and bringing toxic energy from home life into work life, and just complaining a lot. And the people that I worked with didn't have any recollection over respect for themselves and respect for their bodies, respect for their mind, their energy. And it was just sad, first of all. But second of all, I'm the total opposite. I take really good care of myself. I watch what I eat. I journal a lot, and I'm feeding my mind a lot of different things. Like anytime there was a space in time where we did have extra time to do what we wanted to do, I would write about herbs. I would start learning about things that I know that is going to benefit me in my future. And I would also do it a lot to distract me from the toxic energy that they wanted to bring into the room. But yeah, like, toxic environments are not for me, y'all. Like, if somebody's constantly complaining, if they're constantly yelling about negative things, like, it ain't it. And don't be afraid to fully express your emotions on how you're feeling, because that's the biggest thing I think I held back from. I think I really held back from really expressing how I was feeling. Instead, I would, just dive into my own universe, which isn't a bad thing. I was doing a lot of good things in the moment, but I could have had more awareness in the reality I was in. I could have spreaded a lot more wisdom, but I also was like, they don't care. They don't care enough to, like, whatever I say, they're probably just gonna talk down on me for it because they don't want to put in the work, and I didn't want to become that person either that's trying to tell anybody what to do, because nobody likes that as well. But I just didn't really feel comfortable enough to speak my mind with them anyways, because they were always like, either one, complaining, or number two, there was a lot of sexual jokes going around, and I was just like uncomfortable once again. So, it was a very toxic environment, I will say that. And yeah, it's so important to let go of those type of realities for real, because it's just not it. If it's a toxic environment, then it's not it. Let it go, let it be, let it flow, move into something better. And that's why I have had so many jobs as well, because if something is not sitting right with me, I will move on. I will move on to the next thing. I will move on to something that works better for me. And I'm in a better situation now. I'm moving my body a lot more. I feel more productive. I feel better. I feel like my body is grateful that it's moving more. And I feel like my body is just happier to be in a space of movement. And that's a great thing. I'm so grateful for that every single day. But I also just got a call like 10 minutes ago on this interview for a job that I think I'll like even more. So that's interesting. I think I might move into that. I think that's probably what I need to do. Cause where I'm at, it's great. I'm moving more. I'm more physically active, and I'm around like people who don't really care about themselves again, but we're working so much that they don't really have time to pour all their energy into me. So that's the good thing about it. But other than that, I feel like the biggest takeaway that I learned from this is to not be positive all the time, not to force something that is unfathomable, something that's not fathomable. Because when you're forcing something to be positive all the time, it's unauthentic. It's not real. It's not living in your truth and in your power, because you have emotions all day long. We have emotions all day long. And if we're trying to force positive energy, it's not even authentic positive energy. So why even waste that extra energy? Right? So when I'm feeling some type of way now, I'll say how I'm feeling. And I'm not going to say it to where I'm like intentionally trying to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm going to just say it on how I see it. And I think that's important. I feel like there's so many people, like, when I was in my old job, they were constantly lying to themselves. They were constantly downing themselves, talking crazy to themselves. I'm like, dang. Like, this ain't it. Stop it. And they couldn't even be truthful with themselves. You know what I mean? And I just find that unauthentic. Like, that's why I could never befriend any of them, because I can see how they move. I can read people, like, when you're being unauthentic with yourself, what makes you think I'm gonna be your friend? You're not even gonna keep it G with me. You're not gonna keep it real with me. So I'm not gonna even waste my time. And it's like they hated me because I knew that about them. Like, it is what it is. Keep that energy to yourself. And at least, I have been taught this, and I have been, moving through all these different states to see not everybody is 1,000. Not everybody's gonna keep it 1,000. And when you start feeling that ick off of somebody's energy, get away from it. Get away from the toxic energy. Don't feed into it. Don't let your energy become consumed by it, because it's just a black hole. Like, it is a black hole for real. But yeah, so I have been getting more authentic people into my life, people who have been more real and been more honest, and I like that a lot. I don't work with them, but hopefully we're moving into a space where I do work with some people who, keep it 1,000, whether it may be negative or positive. I like authenticity. I like truth. I like honesty. So whatever it is, let's hope it's good. Because honestly, even if it's negative, if they're being honest, I can respect that. I can respect negative honesty. But I can't respect somebody who just is unauthentic all the time. It's like, I don't even know what to believe with you, bruh. Oh my. But yeah, so that's what I've learned. I've learned not to hide the shadow self, because the shadow self, when you hide it, it feels abandoned. And our light self and our shadow self are not separate. They are one. But this society makes us feel like we need to only let our light self be shown, even though we have a whole shadow self, that, I'm not saying go around be abusive, be crazy, but I mean, like, when you're feeling a negative emotion, let it pass through you, don't just let it stay stagnant within you. because when it goes unexpressed, then that's when that energy starts becoming dense within your body and starts causing even bigger problems like illness and, man, all these things. Yeah, so that's the things I've been learning these past 3 months. I hope that y'all were able to take some value from it. And I'm just grateful to be in a space where I'm processing my emotion and I'm not allowing it to dictate the way I move in my reality. Because it's like, I used to allow my emotion to just destroy my reality all the time because I didn't know what I was doing. But now that I have an awareness around why emotion is the way it is and what emotion really is in general, it's just energy and motion. That's all emotion is. And you know how to transmute energy into higher frequency. That's the biggest thing that I really think has helped me within these past 3 months. If I wasn't really taking note on transmuting energy, I don't even think I would have had the awareness to get out of the situation that I was in with my last job. I think the value in my energy is so much more important than to, you know, allow things around me to change the way I'm feeling. Like, yo, it's hard, but it's possible. You can really transmute energy. It's facts. But y'all, this is your reminder to get out of any toxic situation that may possibly have the potential to change your emotion and influence you even. And to move into a space where you feel embraced and move into a space where you feel loved. I'm so grateful because honestly, vulnerability is sexy. It really is. When you can be vulnerable with the way you feel and the way you operate and with your experiences, I just find it beautiful. That's why when I see people who are very authentic and in their power, I'm like, dang, okay, let's go. You feel me? Because it's like, it's rare. It's too rare. Oh man, I'm encouraging every single one of you to be in your power, be in your authentic self. No matter what it may look like, you deserve to be embraced, your whole self, all right? I love every single one of you, and I hope each and every one of you have a very divine and blessed day. I will see you guys in my next video. It will probably be an intuitive reading for one of the zodiac signs, so tap in. And I will go ahead and drop my intuitive Instagram down below. You can get one-on-ones from me on there as well. So tap in. I love y'all. Peace.